My name is Caden, and I'm a computer engineer by trade, working full-time as a software developer. I've always enjoyed doing DIY projects, and after my channel started to get popular over my whole home audio projects, I decided to make this episode series. So come along this journey as I show you from start to finish how I'm installing whole home audio into my existing 2-story house. Hey everyone, we've got an exciting series here coming up, and I'm going to drag my wife into this one. And so we're going to be installing whole home audio in this house that we just bought about 6 months ago. It's a 2-story house. Right now we're up in one of the bedrooms, but we're going to be actually showing you guys how to install a whole home audio from start to finish. So I'm going to be actually recording every single step of the way. And so I haven't done any work. Well, I've done a little bit of work, but not actual physical work. I've all just been doing planning. So that's what this first video is going to be about, is just planning. And so like I said, from start to finish, we're going to get this thing done, and I'm going to drag my wife into it because I'm going to need a little bit of help as I'm up in the attic. So let's get into it. First video, planning, is the number one step. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, they've gotten pretty popular on YouTube. Check out my channel and like and subscribe, and get ready to watch this series. But so the first step is planning. So ever since we moved in 6 months ago, I've been constantly just thinking. We redid some bathrooms, so I've been doing some other projects as well. So there's a bathroom I just got done redoing. But ever since, I've been just constantly thinking, like how am I gonna run wires? Where am I gonna put speakers? Where can I put speakers? Because there's some areas, being a 2-story house, there's some areas that I can't put speakers. And if you're watching this and you have just a single-story house, it's going to be pretty much the same concepts. It's just that with a 2-story house, we have a little bit more challenges we have to get over. But first thing is to figure out the amp location, where you're going to put your amp. And so we are up here in this upstairs bedroom closet because the attic is directly above me, and this is going to be the easiest place. And I'm going to walk around and show you the rest of the house, and kind of explain how I'm going to get wires and how I got up in the attic. And I'll get up in the attic and I'll do some recordings and kind of show you, and because you can actually do a lot of this without spending any money. And so that's what I would advise. That's one of the tips that I would say, is that make sure that you have a plan, and you don't have to spend money right out of the gate. You can have everything planned out, know exactly how you're going to run the wires, and before spending a dollar. So we are up here in the closet. This is where I'm going to put 2 amplifiers. This is going to be this is going to be about a 10 zone system. This is a little custom mount that I built, and so at first I didn't think this was going to be more than a 6-zone system, but then the more I started realizing that I actually had a little bit more access to some of the places where I do want to put them, I ended up realizing that it's going to be more than that. So what I'm going to do, this is the Sound Davo amplifier. This is the new Monoprice version. It's not made by Monoprice at all, but it's the same thing but upgraded. So this is the Sound Davo WS66i. It's probably, in my opinion, this is the best whole home audio amp that money can buy. And so watch my video, my previous video I just did, detailed this amp in great detail. So check that out. But I'm going to go ahead and put one more right here on the wall. So they're going to be directly above each other. And we're going to cut some access holes right here, and an access hole right here. And so we'll be running then the wires from the attic down in the wall and then out of our access holes here. And then these 2 amplifiers, they have to be linked together because this will be a 6 source. So both amplifiers will share the sources. So it'll be a 6 source and then up to a 12-zone system. And I think I'll only use about like 10 or 11 of the zones. So in order to do that, you have to connect the amplifiers together, and this little ribbon cable is not long enough. So I found on Amazon, and I'll link it in the description, but these are just, it's a certain type, and you can buy them on Amazon, so they're pretty much generic. It's not like, they're not proprietary by any means. And I got 2 long ones that I'm gonna chain together, and we'll go through that process when we get to that point. But they'll come out of here, go into the wall, and then come back out of the little access hole, and then go into that amplifier. So we'll get there in the later videos as we progress through this series, and we're just getting started. So let's walk around and talk about the zones. So this is bedroom number 1 upstairs, and we will put 2 speakers in here. So this will be a zone. This is bedroom number 2, and again, 2 speakers. This will be another zone, and we're just gonna put the wall keypad right here and wall keypad right here. And I made sure to go over all this with my wife. Okay, this is another bathroom that I just got done redoing. So we decided, because this is the kids' bathroom, we decided that even though it's kind of a smaller bathroom, that we thought that it would get used quite a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and do, I think, 2 speakers in here, but this will be another zone. So now we're up to 3 zones with wall keypad right here. So we're up to 3 zones now upstairs, and everything upstairs should be pretty easy because the amplifier is in this closet in here. Come on. So this is like this is considered the master suite upstairs. So everything upstairs is pretty easy. So this is the kids' bedroom in here. They're sleeping, so we're not gonna go in there, but it's pretty much the same as this middle bedroom. So that'll be a zone. So we're up to 4 zones. All right, so now our house has this kind of this walkway, okay? And so for the next zone, so we're now, this is gonna be zone 5. We're going to, and this is very challenging, so this will be interesting how we get through this, but I have some ideas, so we'll go through that when we get to that point. But this is a 17-foot ceiling from top to bottom, which makes using any kind of a ladder pretty much impossible. So what I'm planning for now, I would like to do 2 speakers, so one there, and a third one right here. So it would have 3 speakers in one zone. But when I get up in the attic, I'll show you why out of the gate, I'm only going to have 2 speakers in this zone. So I'm gonna do one right there in between the light and the HVAC. So I'm gonna do one there, and we're gonna do one right about here. It'll be roughly in line with this up on the ceiling. Okay, so out of the gate, this zone will only have 2, and I would like to eventually get a third one in there, but I'll show you why when I get up in the attic in a minute. So we're up to 5 zones, and now we are heading downstairs. All right, this is the dining room. I can't put anything in here, which is okay. At first I thought I'd want it, but I think I'll be all right without it. It's pretty small, and there's a bedroom right above it, so I'm not gonna tear up any ceiling just to put 2 speakers in here. So not gonna do anything in here. For the keypad, for this zone here, I've been doing some investigation down in the basement, and I think I've found where these are. So this house already had wall speakers there and there, which we're not using, but those, for whatever reason, the homeowner put here in the corner, which makes it kind of hard to use, and I could reroute it, but at the end of the day, I really just don't think I want to use those at this point. Maybe down the road, but I think I can come up from the floor, and I think I can put the keypad right here. And I'll kind of show you how I did that investigation. So now we're into the kitchen. So this will be zone 6. So we can, and this is the back side of that shower upstairs. So this is the master suite shower. And there's a window right there, so it's kind of interesting. But this is the kitchen. So kitchen, we'll have a speaker probably right around here, and then one on that side right there. And so far, everything that we've done, we're up to 6 zones. Everything so far has been accessible by the attic, all right? Which is very nice. So it's nice that this house has that really kind of open feel because the ceilings are so tall. So far we're good. So a zone number 7 will be outside. So we'll have, for the keypad for outside, I haven't decided yet. I think maybe I can, if I'm able to get that keypad on the other side of that wall, I think I might be able to pop it through this way and put the keypad over there. If not, I'll be able to put the keypad over on this wall right there. But there'll be a speaker up in that corner and a speaker right here in this corner. So that's a zone number 7. Let's go downstairs because I'm kind of lucky that we've already got some speakers that the previous homeowner did downstairs. Okay, wait, in the master bedroom. So the kids' bedroom is right above this. And so I do have access in the master bathroom. This is the master bathroom, which needs to be redone, but I can do 2 speakers here and 1 here. So that's a zone number 8. All right, so let's go downstairs. We were lucky enough that the previous homeowners had already run ceiling speakers down here. I think they were using it for a surround system. So the hassle, because normally basement cutting holes and running wires in the basement is not something that I would want to do. Honestly, I probably wouldn't do it at all had these not already been here. So this will be a zone number 9. Those wires already go back to here, down here behind the TV. And I'm lucky because over in the utility room, which is on this side of the wall right here, in the utility room, I have access in this corner, which is the corner where those wires drop down. And so I'm able to get my little step ladder and I can see down in there. So I'll be able to tie those in, kind of basically reuse that wire and tie it in to be a zone for the whole home audio. And for that, I'll put the keypad. So here, this is the back side of the wall bar right here. Those are the water lines. So as you're like planning this out, that's what you need to be thinking of, is looking for features. You know, look for features that you kind of get a bearing of where you're at in the house. So here's the wall bar, and I don't have access right here easily to put something here, but I will put the keypad right here for this zone to control the main living room. So that access is right there on this wall. So that'll be pretty easy. So you may be thinking, you know, how am I gonna get the wires from down here all the way up to that closet up there? And that is what I've been honestly thinking of for quite a while, and I've been poking around, and I think I've got a good path. So the cable internet comes through the brick wall. This is the back patio where we were at. So my barbecue grill is like right here. So there's a hole that I can stick wires through right over here. So I believe I'll have to go outside when it's a little lighter, but I believe I've got an access to come through here. Now I'm outside, and then I'll have to show you how I have figured out how to get it into the garage and then up in the attic. So I think I've got something figured out. And then over here, I have been able to use my fish rod. I've been poking around, trying to remember, you gotta get your bearings. You gotta figure out where you're at in your house. And when you do this, you'll learn a lot about your house. You'll learn a lot about where things are at, and it's really just situational awareness. And you'll be up in the attic, you'll be inspecting things, so I've actually learned that everything has been very clean. I haven't seen any like water leaks or previous water leaks, so I've been pretty happy with that. So you're gonna learn a lot. But I've been poking this up through where I believe there's a light switch and a wall outlet, and believe that I'm going to be able to put a keypad in the kitchen because of the fact that I have access in this utility room. So I think so far with how I've been thinking this through, and just doing some investigational discovery of where things are at, I think that it's going to turn out really well. So we're up to 9 zones, and the 10th one, which I don't feel too good about being able to do this, but this is the office area. We're going to redo this office, but I would like to be able to put a couple speakers in the office, and given that the utility room is right there, I thought it might be easy, but I don't think it's going to be that easy with how the floor joists are, and there is heating and air conditioning ductwork right here, which completely blocks my view into that room. And so if those weren't there, I think it would probably be just fine. I think I wouldn't have any problems, but I think that's probably going to do it in for that. But if I was able to do that, this would be zone number 10. So if I can't get that done, which I don't think I will, I'll be able to do the garage, and that would be zone number 10. Or if I was able to do the office, yeah, you want to hit that light, thanks. If I was able to do the office, that garage would be zone number 11. So let's go out in the garage real quick, and I'll talk a little bit about how I've figured out some things. Okay, in the garage here, this is a 3-car garage, so right now we're approximately above the upstairs bedroom that we were just in that closet. And so here is my 3rd attic access. So the bedrooms actually stop probably, I think, about where this wall is right here. So I think this would, when I go outside and I show you how the house looks, and you'll understand what I have access to with that that middle bedroom attic access. And so this one here gets me now into the rest of the other part of the house, up until that point, for which the other attic gets me up to that point. So this one is very important, because when I was doing my investigational discovery to figure out how am I going to run wires, which I haven't bought any of the wires yet, I haven't bought the speakers, because again, like, probably the most important thing is planning. If you want to put speakers somewhere, but you don't have a good plan on how to do that, there's no point in spending money or cutting up the ceiling, realizing that you have no clue, or you don't know, or if it's even possible to get speakers there. So I think that's the main takeaway of this first video in this series, and I'm going to try to make this series, a raw series. I want to show that you guys can do this. Rope your wives into helping you out. Show them this series. Show them that even my wife, who doesn't have anything to do with this type of stuff, she's going to help me, and she's probably going to learn something or two. So rope your wives into this. Have them help you out. But this attic access is probably one of the most important, because I figured out that there's a connection point, kind of like a little hole, if you will, that actually is kind of in the corner right here, that leads me into the other attic access space. So what that allows me to be able to do is run those cables from that room where I'm gonna have both my amplifiers, run them up the wall into the attic. So I'll then be able to, for the speakers that are not upstairs, I'll be able to run those cables through there into this attic space right here. Then there was this additional golf cart garage built in this house where, see, I've already got my fish tape up here because again I was poking around. I have to make sure I actually can get up there. If I can't get in there, then this plan is not going to work. But there's some heating and air conditioning wires that go to the upstairs furnace, and so I kind of was following that path. And that's the other key takeaway, is try to find other cables, find other pipes, and kind of figure out if that's a path that you can take. But I'm able to go up this little area where there's already heating and air conditioning pipes, go into this attic right here, go into this attic, which is up in this corner, go into the other attic area, because there's already, you know, a nice little chunk taken out where I can get into that area. And now I'm in that attic and I can get to the amplifier. So I will be able to use this method, I believe. And again, until we start doing the actual wire running, maybe things will change. We'll figure it out. But I believe I'll be able to take that path down here, get the cables here, and then there was already a old coax wire that was shooting out here. And so my barbecue grill is on the other side of this wall right here. So I'll be able to be right there in that corner. And then remember I said there is a hole where my cable comes in. I would be able to shoot that into the basement, and now I'm magically in the basement, and I never had to take the wires like outside, other than this little short, like 3 feet right here. Because as I was thinking all this through, I was a little worried that worst case scenario, I thought I was going to have to run the cables from that upstairs attic, like drill a hole through the side of the, the side of the house, way up there, run the cable along the eave of the house, underneath the eave, and then down by the gutter and all that junk, just to get it down in that corner, which was where I wanted it anyway, because that's the closest entry into the basement. So like worst case, that's what I was thinking. But doing it this way, I believe I've found the best way to use the least amount of cable and get it to where I need to be. So that's the plan. This is video number 1 in the series. Okay, I decided to go ahead and get up here and show you guys, because this whole video series is about showing everything from start to finish, and so I needed to get up here and show you what I'm talking about up in the attic and point out some things. So let's get up here. All right, let's get up over here so I can stand up. Hopefully you can hear me all right under my mask. So, all right. Okay, so there's that middle bedroom, all right? So we are in the hallway, the upstairs hallway right now. Right here is the furnace room, so that's that little closet off the hallway. So the closet room where we're gonna be coming up out of the ceiling is gonna be right around over here, okay? Let's see. This right here is the fan to the middle bathroom. So the bathroom, that's the kids' bathroom. That's the fan out of the bathroom. And then this black thing, that's a vent, again, for the bathroom, and it goes out to the ceiling. So you got to kind of get your bearings, straight. Where are you at? So I'm in the hallway for the most part. There's a can light right there for the hallway. So I'm in the hallway. The bedroom's going to be right around here. I'll be running, the 3 speakers. Oh, I don't know if I told you that. I'm doing 3 speakers in that room. 2 speakers in the middle room. So far, everything's pretty easy and self-explanatory. Let me see if I can make my way over. All right, so there's my fireplace. I got a fireplace upstairs and downstairs. So those are the flues, the chimneys for those, which means my living room is right here, okay? You remember I told you that I was gonna have some problems. So let me make my way over here and show you. And this is something that, again, without spending any money, you can figure this out and plan accordingly, which means that you can either, you know, make sure you buy the right amount of cables, the right amount of speakers. So, all right, I made it over here. So, you see this pitch right here? This is the top of the living room, and this ceiling is flat right here. So we have the pitches right here of the living room, and you can even see there's that's one of the vents. Remember I pointed out the vent and I said we're gonna take the speaker from there, just kind of follow up and put it on the ceiling. So again, getting your bearings straight, where are you at? So there's that vent. Now, the reason why I don't think, at least without, hold on, I'm trying to make sure I don't fall through the ceiling. The reason why I don't think that I can get that third speaker like I want right out of the gate, unless I rent a scaffolding, is because if you look, I don't know if, let me see if I can take my light off, hold on. All right, you can see all the way down to the other end. And again, this is just the way the house was architected. But I can't, because of how this upstairs in this two-story was built, the upstairs two-story technically stops like right here, which means the way they built this is that this section that we're on for the living room keeps going. And you can see that like right here where I'm kind of, this line right here, there's a cutout. You can see right there in the middle, they cut that out, and this extends on. And so if I shine my light down here, you can see this goes all the way down there, which is good because there's a lot of room, and if I was able to, I could fish a rod through there pretty easily if I was on the underneath side of it. So if I had a scaffolding, I could do that pretty easily because I can get myself, so again, I wanted that one speaker right about in line with that heating and air conditioning duct, because I can still walk right here. I can still walk, you know, about to right around here. So that means I can get a speaker pretty close over there, and I think I'm gonna be able to hopefully do it all from the top, do it all from up here, which that's another challenge, which normally you need to be able to screw into it from the underneath side. And so I think I've figured out a way to do it all from the top. But just knowing that I'm not gonna crawl, you know, all the way through that little triangle area just to do it from the top. That's why right now, at least, I'm going to just do one speaker, you know, right here. And then that other speaker right over here, where I said I was gonna do it in between that heating and air conditioning duct and then that light, that pendant light that's kind of hanging down. So that's what I'm gonna do for starters. So I wanted to point this out because, you know, you gotta plan this out. So if you had been cutting holes and stuff, you just wanna make sure that you can get the wire there first and then start cutting into the ceiling. So I'm just trying to make sure that I explain that. Let's see, this over here, you can see that where the this wall is right here. So this over here is the kids area. So those will be that's the kids bedroom. So there'll be the two speakers in there. And then we start to, the kids bedroom has that other attic. So I need to make sure, I haven't really verified this yet. So I guess I need to kind of poke around over here, but I need to verify that I can get that cable down into that attic area of the kids' bedroom. I think I can, but I'm just gonna need to kind of poke around a little bit and just make sure that I can do that. So
Anyway, I just wanted to get up here and talk through this and show you guys firsthand kind of what's going through my head when I'm trying to plan this out. So, all right, thanks.